I've been lucky enough to be in a position where I could help people. And uh, there's, I remember one girl called me and she said that she had just come from, I don't know if it was Pennsylvania, where her and her children, and she needed help. And I said, well, where do you live? And she gave me an address. And she said, I'll wait for you outside. And I said, okay. And I said, what kind of work are you doing? Well, she said, I want to go pick blueberries. Or a lady said that I could go with her to a packing house. And I said, oh, okay. Well, I said, can we go in so that I could fill out my paperwork? I asked them that because I want to see the conditions of their living conditions and see if I have something that I could give them to help them out in that. Well, I guess I was horrified. She said, well, she says, she said, yes, come on down, but I live over here. And I said, where? And it was a hole in the wall. It was cinder block that had been cut or broken, and you had to go through a crawl space to get to where they were sleeping. They had two two twin beds. Those not even beds. They were like cots, and there was, I think, three children and the mother. There were some little bungalows, and they used to lend them to homeless. And I called, and I was lucky enough to find somebody that said, oh yeah, we have one available right now if they want to come over. I was feeling really lucky. I thought, boy, I'm getting this done, da da da, I thought I was really doing great. Then we went to a place called Rural Opportunities, and they help people with food or food vouchers. And they gave us some food and some food vouchers after I told them the story. And then so we went to buy groceries. I says, come on, let's go buy some groceries. You pick what you want, da da da. And she says, she was very happy. And we had the kids with us, and we went in the grocery store, and the little girl opened her mouth, and tears were coming down her eyes. And I said, what's the matter? She says, we haven't eaten in 2 days. And I said, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me? She said, you were doing so much for me. I couldn't ask you to do more. And I said, it's important. That is more important than anything. You should have told me. Well, anything. We hurried up and bought the groceries, and we went to McDonald's, and the little girl couldn't eat. The other kids were eating because they had the food from the school, but this one was a preschooler. Little girl couldn't eat. Oh, there's so many stories. One child was interviewed. We've been interviewed quite a few times. Um, Dateline was last summer. CNN, somebody from CNN came. Our program is pretty well known. There was a child that was interviewed, and in her story, she mentioned that they were walking at nighttime in the desert, and a child was lost, and then they found him dead, and it was very devastating. There was a young boy that he was 3 years old when I met him, and I was talking to his mother in the farm, and a helicopter was going by, and he ran and got under a bush, and I said, is he afraid of helicopters? He says, yeah, because that's when we were crossing, the helicopters would come and look for us. And so he knows to hide when the helicopters come from the Mexico experience. And I said, I didn't, you never get, if you've never been there, you don't know. So the children themselves go through a lot, just coming over with their parents. They have no choice. I was lucky enough to find this job that is so close to my heart. And they always thank me, but I should be thanking them for the opportunity to have me work with them, serve them, and work with their children. My birthday was Friday. I've got at least 4 or 5 calls from some of my migrant families, some that were out of the system already. They only qualify for 3 years if they don't move, and they remember your birthday. I think one of my children forgot my birthday. Not forgot it, but so that's my story. And I hope that it'll help somebody recognize the need for the people that come here and not be so condescending or whatever. Next time you see somebody, even though you don't speak the language, say hello. That means a lot. That means a lot. Cut.